Good morning and welcome to Day 79 of Geriatric 1944's Coronavirus Diary. Well, we see all over the news today the problems with schools. Can they open? Can't they open? It seems the government has been forced yet again by public opinion, or actually by teacher opinion, or shall I say more seriously by media attention, because let's face it, the government is totally ruled by the media. They want those votes and the media gets those votes. So basically what the media says goes, and the media says, no, it's far too early to let kids go back to school. As a result, they can't do the social distancing and all the rest. It's all rubbish. If only they would look at the original basic virus. This is not a deadly virus for most people. For most people, it's a trivial virus. It only really affects about 5% of the population. And with those 5%, some get it quite badly. Some get it badly enough to have to go to hospital. And a small percentage of those end up on ventilators. And about 50% of those on ventilators end up dying. Now, that's obviously sad, and we have to say, because it's the standard thing, terribly sad for the people who die, or for the people of relatives and friends of loved ones. And, oh, God, the way, especially Matt Hancock, who I can't stand. I dislike him almost as much as I dislike Priti Patel. But, he has always gone, we must emphasise every death is a tragedy. Excuse me, bollocks. People die every day. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world die every day. Yes, for most of them it's tragic for the families, the relatives, the friends and so on. For quite a large percentage, nobody cares, actually. They've got no friends or relatives or family. They just die and get dumped. But it is still sad, and it's no sadder for people who die of coronavirus or COVID-19 than it is for people who die of cancer or sepsis or heart attacks, strokes, measles, mumps, Ebola, SARS, MERS, all the various other reasons that people will die for. Car accidents. Should we say, of course, it's not nearly as sad for the relatives of people who die in a car accident as it is from someone who dies of COVID-19. And that is the truth. Why? Because that's what the media tells us. The media says to us, go outside and clap on Thursday nights. Thank you, NHS, for being one of the 4 countries where the health service has been so utterly useless in coping with coronavirus that we have about 40,000, over 40,000 dead people now, as opposed to Greece, 175 dead people, South Korea, 250 dead people. Oh, people will say, South Korea's got a much smaller population. Yeah, 51 million as opposed to 64 million. Not that much less. Certainly not so much less that you go, oh my God, how wonderful the health service is in South Korea. Germany, what's there, 7,000 or 8,000 dead now? Much bigger, much larger population than the UK. And yet the media say, let's applaud the NHS for the wonderful job they're doing. Well, I have to tell you, a combination of the government and the health service of the 4 countries, France, Italy, Spain and the UK, have done a totally disastrous behaviour on the COVID-19 coronavirus problems. Anyway, enough of all that, back to music. I know it's music you really care about, and I thought I'd play something which actually I put out under another name, and it came out a couple of times. Never really sold very well. It was one of my rockier tracks, but I always thought it was great fun. It was called, and listen to the lyrics, it's illegal, it's immoral, it's unhealthy, but it's fun.
Weed in your mouth, boy, and take that sweet young thing off your lap. If you survive this antisocial behavior, you're gonna have to face a long-term prison rap.
It's illegal, it's immoral, it's unhealthy, but it's fun. It's illegal, it's immoral, it's unhealthy, but it's fun.
Don't put your foot down too far now, and don't mess where you ought not to mess. Either your health or society's protectors is gonna catch up with you one day, more or less.
It's illegal.